All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. The Lord said, confession good for the soul. So right now,
all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. And shot call to be known with them niggas letting shots off. Either that or the right hand to the top dog. Funny how we see vanity, not the lives lost. Can't be focused on a life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you, I had your life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me, but that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh, even though we did the wrong thing. My life would've been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name, now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas, not knowing that them handcuffs custom made to fit. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I ain't lying, I was close to dying. Knew I wanted to live, but I wasn't trying. I was defiant, not knowing that this ain't how we live. This just how they design it. Cause when you in them streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gonna be on papers and on restrictions. My father said a hard head'll make a soft ass. I didn't care, I wanted fear when I walked past. In a place where a black man's blood is cheap, I thank the Lord for the day I was on 8th Street. Pissing in the cup, back and forth to court. From the DC school, I swear it felt like I cried on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my sheep, they ain't hear my voice. Asked me why I'm UPK, I told them I ain't have a choice. They said God ain't 50-50 and what's gonna come to pass. The Lord called me out the world and I started running fast. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. Go ahead. All I wanted was to be a gangster. It's UPK until it hit the fan. I want power and a throne, nigga, fuck them grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster, but I was real as a righteous man. And now got the upper hand, gotta promote this brand. Correct whole multitudes until they all understand. If I can't get that crown, Lord, then put me in the hands of someone more mighty, make me this hit man. Reminiscing on the pain that was felt. Shit, I was in the jail, shit, I needed help. But Swan was locked up and the judge put man on the shelf. Heavy crying cause it felt like I was left by myself. All I wanted was to impress niggas with my grinding. Now I ain't trying to prove shit to nobody but Muhammad. Cause most these niggas lie, pump smoke. One time for the most high, he made me a cutthroat. Cause all I ever wanted was to smash my opponents. Stacking cash, not knowing it wouldn't last. Then God, I hope you accept my atonement. Cause all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. I made before the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time when I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a
You understand? You done found a new breed of Hebrews that stand and walk with the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, and we don't care who we got to come up against. You ain't standing before this truth. You understand? We done took them all on and gonna continue to take them all on.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cost. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, they'd rather link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaican, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yasha Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto when Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Want to be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim, homicide ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms, never getting treatment. Something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long, it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite, crackers better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. And if your mind ain't there, then we don't dream alike. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love they reflection, no matter what the complexion. We got a common connection, a part of God's hand selection. A shot at the resurrection, through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every vice. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy, it get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since. All the dominance of one west rising to prominent. Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupons for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper been as proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm growing them off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and they
Testing 1, 2.
Shalom. With the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, underneath Commander General Yohana. We are not affiliated or associated with any other Israelite group. Today is Sabbath service here in South Carolina. We're going to go ahead and begin. Israel Maji. We're going to call up the first brother.
Blow the horn up. Good.
Oh, yeah, you can go ahead and blow the horn.
Don't concentrate. Water. You shut that.
We're going to call up the first brother, Officer Shar.
Sharban Yahawah Ban Yashar Allah.
Sharban Yahawah Ban Yashar Allah.
Yahawah Hashem Yahawah Shai Brakathum.
Yahawah Hashem Yahawah Shai Brakathum.
La Yashar
La Yashar Allah. Cover the scroll.
Come on, cuz.
Stand. All right, we're going to turn to face the east.
Water.
We're going to begin with the Lord's Prayer.
The Lord's Prayer. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabashamayo.
Shabashamayo.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawah.
Yahawah.
Malakwatka.
Malakwatka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Tazaika.
Tazaika.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Asha.
Asha.
Ba'arataza.
Ba'arataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Bashamayam.
Bashamayam.
Latan.
Latan.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Lakam.
Kam.
Kal.
Kal.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalakinawa.
Wasalakinawa.
Kabawapinawa.
Kabawapinawa.
Kasalakinawa.
Kasalakinawa.
Kabawapinawa.
Kabawapinawa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Kaba'ayanawa.
Ayanawa.
Manasayawan.
Manasayawan.
Abal.
Abal.
Bawashayanawa.
Bawashayanawa.
Ayan.
Ayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwaf.
Hamalakwaf.
Wahala.
Wahala.
Wathaparaf.
Wathaparaf.
Lawalanyam.
Lawalanyam.
Aman.
Amen. What we just said in the English was, Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
We forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not.
Lead us not
into temptation.
into temptation.
But deliver us.
But deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Amen.
Hakak to power. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim Yahushua.
Bashim
Baba
Yahushua.
Bashah. Dalanawa.
Dalanawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Hakak. Larpa'a.
Larpa'a.
Kal Malaka.
Kal Malaka.
Wakal.
Wakal.
Marawa.
Marawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Amatazarium.
Amatazarium.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Ahakwium.
Ahakwium.
Amathium.
Amathium.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Al-Rakawah.
Al-Rakawah.
Hatamala.
Hatamala.
Lagarshan.
Lagarshan.
Bashim Yahushua.
Bashim Yahushua.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Amen.
What we just said in the English was, Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
Power to heal all manner of sickness.
Power to heal all manner of
And all
sickness.
manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the
The
lepers.
power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the
The
dead.
power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you,
so
so
be
be
it.
it. What up? Bless Israel. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim Yahushua.
Bashim Yahushua.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
Washarallah.
Washarallah.
Wayabayah.
Wayabayah.
Saparium.
Saparium.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapa'ah.
Rapa'ah.
Magan.
Magan.
Agun. All of Israel.
All of Israel. All of Israel.
All of Israel.
I'm a what?
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
All
of Israel. All of Israel. All of Israel.
Little baby.
All of Israel.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
Troopers.
Sisters.
Sisters.
Students.
Students.
Children.
Children.
All of Israel.
All of Israel. Bashim Yahushua.
Bashim Yahushua.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Amen.
What we just said in the English was, Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us in Israel.
Bless us in Israel.
In the school.
And the school.
Bless, heal, shield, protect.
Bless, heal, shield, and protect.
Our loved ones.
Our loved ones.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Excuse me. Psalm 121. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Ahawarium.
Ahawarium.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Raba'ah.
Raba'ah.
Azaria.
Azaria.
Azaria Ma'aim.
Azaria Ma'aim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Asha.
Asha.
Ashemaya.
Ashemaya.
Waratazah.
Waratazah.
Ayathan.
Ayathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Galyaka.
Galyaka.
Ayanawam.
Ayanawam.
Ashemarka.
Ashemarka.
Hanala'ah.
Hanala'ah.
Yanaham.
Yanaham.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Ayashan.
Ayashan.
Yashemar.
Yashemar.
Yasharala.
Yasharala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashemarka.
Yashemarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Dazolka.
Dazolka.
Al-Yai.
Al-Yai.
Yanka.
Yanka.
Yamawam.
Yamawam.
Hayamash.
Hayamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Walayala.
Walayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashemarka.
Yashemarka.
Makal Rai.
Makal Rai.
Yashemar.
Yashemar.
Afnapashka.
Afnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashemar.
Yashemar.
Taza'atka.
Taza'atka.
Wabawatka.
Wabawatka.
Ma'apta.
Ma'apta.
Wa'aida.
Wa'aida.
Walam.
What we just said in the English was, I will lift up my eyes.
I will lift up my eyes
to the hills.
to the hills.
From whence come my help?
From whence come my help?
My help come from Yahweh.
My help come from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel.
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day.
The Lord is the sun shall not strike thee that day,
Nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy
The
soul.
Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
And thy coming in.
And
thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forward.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore.
The what up? Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damaya Laka.
Adamayalaka.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Takarash.
Oyal.
Oyal.
Ashikwas.
Ashikwas.
All.
All.
Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awayabajika.
Awayabajika.
Yahama.
Yahama.
Yawan.
Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Makah.
Al-Makah.
Yar Yawam.
Yarawam.
Salakia. Yar Yawam Wa. Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Latazawa.
Latazawa.
Altazawanyaka.
Altazawanyaka.
Armawa.
Armawa.
Lakaya.
Lakaya.
Wanakakadam.
Wanakakadam.
Magaya.
Walagaya.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yakazar.
Yakazar.
Sham.
Sham.
Asharala.
Yashurala.
Awada.
Awada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Latazawa.
Latazawa.
Gaba.
Gaba.
Yakarwa.
Yakarwa.
Al-Yaka.
Al-Yaka.
Warayaf.
Warayaf.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Aramwam.
Aramwam.
Washashamai.
Washashamai.
Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Ma'aba.
Ma'aba.
Wa'agorium.
Wa'agorium.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wamawan.
Wamawan.
Wamalak.
Wamalak.
Palashat.
Palashat.
Amyashabika.
Amyashabika.
Gazawar.
Gazawar.
Gamashawar.
Gamashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawai.
Zarawai.
Labanya Lawat.
Yawat.
Salah,
Salah.
Ashalaham,
Ashalaham.
Kamarian,
Kamarian.
Kasasara'a,
Kasasara'a.
Kayabyan,
Kayabyan.
Banakol,
Banakol.
Kwashwan,
Kwashwan.
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa.
Bayan Da'ara,
Mariana Dawa.
Hayawa,
Hayawa.
Daman,
Daman.
Ladama,
Ladama.
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa.
Nadayamawa,
Nayadamawa.
Karab,
Karab.
Wakazaba,
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak,
Wakazabak.
Wakatazal, Mana'ai,
Mana'ai.
Call Nasayamwa,
Nasayamwa.
Ashar,
Ashar.
Amawa,
Amawa.
Nashara Shah,
Nashara Shah.
Nanawa,
Nanawa.
Af, Na'awa,
Na'awa.
Alahayam,
Alahaya.
Alahaya, Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa.
Galya,
Galya.
Lakwash,
Lakwash.
Lapanya Raka'a,
Lapanya
Ka'ash,
Ka'ash.
Gaba'arya Ara,
Arya Ara.
Wakalava,
Wakalava.
Dalahat,
Dalahat.
Hawariam,
Hawariam.
Kan,
Kan.
Tardakba,
Tardakba.
Basa Araka,
Basa Araka.
Wasaba,
Wasaba.
Wapatwa,
Wapatwa.
Babahalam,
Babahalam.
Mala'a,
Mala'a.
Panyaham,
Panyaham.
Walawan,
Walawan.
Wayaba Kwashwa,
Wayaba Kwashwa.
Shamka,
Shamka.
Yahawa,
Yahawa.
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa.
Wayaba Lawa,
Wayaba Lawa.
Aya Aid,
Waya Aid.
Waya Kaparwa,
Waya Kaparwa.
Waya Abadwa,
Waya Abadwa.
Waya Da'awa,
Waya Da'awa.
Kaya Atha,
Kaya
Shamka,
Shamka.
Yahawa,
Yahawa.
Nabaka, Ayawan,
Ayawan.
Akal Harataza.
What we just said in the English was, keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo thy enemies.
For lo thy enemies.
Make a tumble.
Make a tumble.
And they that hate thee.
They that hate thee.
Have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up thy head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel.
Against thy people.
Against thy people.
They consulted against thy hidden
They
ones.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said.
They have said.
Come.
Come.
Let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off.
From being a nation.
From being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
The name of Israel.
May be no more remembered.
May be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
For they have consulted together.
With one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
Gabal.
Gabal.
And Ammon.
And Ammon.
Amalek.
Amalek.
The Philistines.
Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with them.
Ashur is also joined with them.
They are hoping the children of Lot.
They have opened the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kasan.
At the brook of Kasan.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the
They
earth.
became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a reb.
Make their nobles like a rib.
And like Zeb.
And like Zeb.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes as Zabah.
All the princes of Ba.
And as Zamunah.
And as Zamunah.
Who said?
Who said?
Let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves
The houses of Yahweh in possession.
the house of Yahweh in possession.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stumble before the wind.
As a stone before the
As
wind.
the fire burneth the wood.
The fire that burns the
As
wood.
the flame set the mountains on fire.
As the flames that set the mountains on
So
fire.
persecute them.
So persecute them
With thy tempest.
with thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
And make them afraid
With thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy
That
name.
they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded in trouble.
Let them be confounded in trouble.
Forever.
Forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame
And perish.
and perish.
That men may know.
That men may know
That thou.
that thou,
Whose name alone.
whose name alone
Is Yahweh.
is Yahweh.
Are the most high.
Are the Most High.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
Shar, we're gonna turn back. We're gonna put the scrolls back down.
Come on, concert.
We can be seated. We're gonna go ahead and begin Sabbath service, the book of Genesis, chapter 48.
Yes, sir.
Genesis 48, sir.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 48, verse 1 out of the Hebrew Tanakh. Maha, Yaha Yaha. Salaki.
You don't have to read Maha. That's like
Atariya. Hada Bariyam. Ha'a Laha. Waya Amra. Laya Wasap. Hanaha. Aba Yaka. Kalaha. Waya Pata. Waya Paha. Ata.
go back.
Waya Pakta. Waya Pakha.
Why ya qua?
Salaki. Waya. That's qua. That's qua. Waya Kwaka. Ata. Sanaya. Bana Yawa. Amawa. What's it like it? Amawa. Ata. Mana Shaha. Wa Ata. Aparium. Ephraim. Verse 2. Waya Gada. Leya Aqua. Waya Amara. Hana. Banaka. Yawasa. Ba'a. Allah Yaka. Waya Thaka Zakwa. Yashra Waya Shabbat. Allah wa al. Hama Taha. Verse 3. Waya'a Mara. Ya Aqua. Allah. Ya Wasap. Allah. Shaddai. Nara. Salaki. Nara'aha. Alaya. Bala Waza. Ba'arataza. Kana. Ana.
Go back there. Kana
Kana'ain. Canaan. Wayaba Raka. Ataya. Verse 4. Waya'amara. Alaya. Hananaya. Mapa Raka. Waha Rabaya Taka.
verse 4.
Yeah, I'm up. Yeah, middle of verse 4.
Okay.
Wana Tatayaka. Lakwa Hala. Amayim. Wana Tataya. Ata. Ha'arataza. Haza Ata. Laza Ra'aka. Aha Rayaka. Aha Zata. Awalam. Verse 5. Wa'a Taha. Shanaya. Bana Yala. Hana Walada Yam.
Go back there. But now what?
Hana Waladayam.
Go back to verse 5. Start that again.
Verse 5. Wa'a Taha. Shana. Bana Yaka.
Okay.
Hana Waladayam. Laka. Ba'arataza. Matazarium. Aid. Ba'aya. Alaya. Alayaka. Ba'taza. Rayama. Laya. Ham. Aparium. Wama Nasha. Kara. Awaban. Washa. Washa. Ma'ai. Wana. Yaha Yawa. Laya, verse 6. Wama walada taka. Ashor. Hawa ladata. Ladath. Ladata. Let me do that over. Slaki. Hawa ladata. Slaki. Aha rayaham. Laka. Yahayawa. Allah. Sham. Aha Yaham. Yakwa Ra'awa. It's like Yakwa Ra'awa. Banaka Latam. Verse 7. Wa'anaya. Baba'aya. Mapa Dana. Wataha. Alaya. Rakhala. Ba'aratiza. Kana'ain. Bada Raka. Ba'a Wada. Kaba Rata. Aratiza. Laba'a. Aparata. Wa'ai Kwabara. What's like it? Let me do it over. Wa'ai Kwabara. Sham. Bada Raka. Aparata. Hawa'a. Bayata. Lakam. And that's it right there. Verse 8.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, most of that
Get that brother a hand, man. Speaking Hebrew, not Yiddish.
That's right.
We're going to start in English. Genesis chapter 48.
Con, sir. In the English, King James Version, Genesis 48th chapter. And it came to pass after these, that one told Joseph, Behold, thy father is sick. And he took with him his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. And one told Jacob, and said, Behold, thy son Joseph cometh unto thee. And Israel strengthening himself, and sat himself upon the bed. Verse 3. And Jacob said unto Joseph, The Most High Almighty appeared unto me at Luz in the land of Canaan, and blessed me, and said unto me, Behold, I will make thee fruitful, and multiply thee, and I will make thee of the multitude of people, and I will give this land to thy seed, and after thee for an everlasting possession.
So, like, can we start from the top again on that?
Come. Genesis 48. And it came to pass after these things, that one told Joseph, Behold, thy father is sick.
Right, so now we at the point now where all of our people have came into the land of Egypt. So now our people are in the land of Egypt, and Joseph was pretty much the vice lord over Egypt. So somebody came and told Joseph that his father was sick. I couldn't promise you. I thought we did this already. We did.
We're just backing up.
Okay, come on.
Just a little bit, sir.
That's good. You go ahead.
And told Jacob, and said, Behold, thy son cometh unto thee. And Israel strengthening himself, and sat upon the bed.
And he was like 100-something years old. Man. You know, our people don't get to live to see that type of age anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he strengthened himself and raised himself up in that bed because he heard that his son Joseph had came to see him. So he got enough strength to raise up for his son. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And Jacob said unto Joseph, The Most High Almighty appeared unto me at Luz in the land of Canaan, and blessed me. Verse 4. And said unto me, Behold.
That's right.
And said unto me, Behold, I will make thee fruitful, and multiply thee, and I will make thee of the multitude of the people, and will give this land to thy seed after thee for an everlasting possession. Verse 5. And now thy two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, which were born unto thee.
Does anybody know who Ephraim and Manasseh is today?
Yes.
Come on, you got it.
Oh, that'll be the so-called Puerto Ricans and the so-called Cubans, right?
Right, the so-called Puerto Ricans and the so-called Cubans, they come from the same father, man, and the same mother. But Joseph, but their father is Joseph. You got it? You got it, cause
sir. And now thy two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, which were born unto thee in the land of Egypt, before I came unto thee in Egypt, are mine. As Reuben and Simeon, they shall be mine.
All right, so Israel is letting Joseph know, like, your sons are going to be my sons. Just like your brother Reuben, just like all your other brothers that came into the land of Egypt, your sons are now going to be my sons. So this is how Manasseh and Ephraim ended up becoming one of the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Because when you read, a lot of people don't know, especially fake Israelite groups, sheesh, it's the weirdness that they be on.
That's right.
But what they don't know is that they pretty much, Israel took his grandsons as his own children.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't see them in the first lineage, the first line of with other children like Jacob. When you first just had Jacob, and you had Gad, and you had Zebulun and Simeon, Levi and Benjamin, you don't never really hear any mention of so-called Manasseh and Ephraim.
Yes, sir.
But now you do. You know what I'm saying? It's because Jacob took their role in making his grandsons his son.
Sir. Sort of like,
you got it.
Sort of like adopting them to his own heirs of sons.
Pretty much.
Sonship. That's a big thing.
That is very big.
Right.
You got it?
And now these two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, which were born unto thee in the land of Egypt, before I came unto thee in Egypt, are mine. As Reuben and Simeon, they shall be mine.
Yeah, right.
Verse 6. And thy issue, which thou begettest after them, shall be thine, and shall be called after the name of their brethren in their inheritance.
Right, so they was going to be called after their brethren in their inheritance. What is that? One of the 12 tribes of Israel. You got it?
And verse 7. And as for me, when I came from Padam, Rachel died by me in the land of Canaan, in the way, when yet there was but a little way to come into Ephrath. And I buried her there in the way of Ephrath. The same is Bethlehem.
Right. That was it?
That was it on that. We got to go back, sir.
We still got to keep going, right?
Got to keep going, sir.
Okay, come.
No, we're good. So we're going to read 7 more verses.
In the Hebrew?
Right, come.
We're going to call it the next brother. Oh, you got to read it in English or Hebrew next?
Just Hebrew, sir. We need 8 more verses in Hebrew.
Okay, come. We're going to call it the next brother. Shayal.
Ashayala, Banya Hauda, Banya Shala. Yahaba Shemi Ashal Brakatha.
Seated.
I'm going to read Genesis 8 all the way through
16, 15
to 14. 8 through 14. Okay?
Come. Genesis 48 and 8.
48 and 8. And tell them where you are.
Why Yara? Yasharala, Ata, Banaya, Yawasa, Waya, Mara, Maya, Alaha, Waya, Mara, Wayasa, Yawasa, Allah, Abaya wa Banaya
Ham. Asherah, not Natha, not the car.
Nathan
Nathan.
means to give.
Nathan. Come. Laya. Alaha Yama.
Go back there.
Alaha Yum. Alahim.
Where are you? Verse 10? Right before verse 10?
Oh, come on.
Okay, go ahead.
Alahayim.
Huh?
Bazaha. Waya'a Mara. Kwakam. Na'a. Alaya. Wa'a Ba Rakam. Wa'ai Ya Na Ya. Yasharala. Kabada Wa. Mazakwa. Mazakwa.
Where you at?
Right here. Right before 11, right here.
Okay, right before 11. Okay. Go ahead.
Mazakwana. La'a. Yawaka La. Lara Wata. Waya Gausha. Atam. Ala Yawa.
Are you in verse 11 already?
La'a. I'm a little for that. Waya Sha Kwa. Laha Laham. Waya Ka Kwa. Laham. Verse 11.
Okay.
Waya Mara. Yasharala. All.
It's Allah.
Allah. Yawasa. Ra'aha. Panaya. Panayak. La'a. Salalataya. Palalataya. Wahanaha. Hara'aha. Ataya. Allaha Ya. Allahayim. Gum. Ata. Zara'ai. Zara'aka. Verse 12. Waya wa taza'a. Yawasa. Atam. Ma'aim. Baraka Yawa. Wayasha Taka Wa. La'apa Yawa. Arataza Ha. Verse 13. Wayakwa Ka. Yawasa Ata. Shanaya Ham. Ata. Apara Yam.
Go back.
Aparium. Baya Ma Ya Nawa. Masha Ma Allah. Yasharala. Wa Ata. Manashaha. Manashaha. Basha Ma Allah Wa. Maya Ka.
No. Go back. Mayan.
Mayan. Yasharala. Wayagash. Allah Yahwa. Verse 14. Wayasha Laka. Yasharala. Ata. Yamaya Nawa. Wayasha Ta. Al Ra'asha. Asa Rayam. Apari. Wahawa Ha Taza Al Yara. wa'ata. Shama'a lawa. Al. Ra'a sha. Manasha ha. Shakala. Ata. Yada ya wa. Kaya. Manasha ha. Habaka ya ra. Get that brother a hand, man.
I'm going to read Genesis 48, 8th verse, King James Version of the Bible. And Israel beheld Joseph's son and said, who are these? Verse 9, and Joseph said unto his father, they are my sons, whom the Most High have given me in this place. And he said, bring them, I pray thee, and unto thee, and I will bless them. Now the eyes of Israel were dim, for age, so that he could not see. And he brought them near unto him, and he kissed them, and embraced them. Verse 11, and Israel said unto Joseph, and I had not thought to see thy face, and lo, the Most High hath showed me also thy seed. And verse 12, and Joseph brought them out from between his knees, and bowed himself with his face to earth. And Joseph took them both, Ephraim in his right hand toward the Israel left hand, and Manasseh in the left hand toward Israel right hand.
Right.
And brought them near unto him.
Right, because, so, read that again. Whose hand was, because
I'll read it again.
Ephraim was in the right hand of Joseph.
Ephraim in the right hand.
All right. And so when he had Ephraim in his right hand, he would give him to his father's left hand. So then when Manasseh was in his left hand, he would hand him to his father's right hand.
That's correct, sir.
Does anybody know why he did that? Does anybody know why Joseph took Ephraim in his right hand and gave him to his father's left hand, and he took Manasseh and gave him to his Anybody else want to answer, or
I'm sorry.
Anybody else want to take a shot at it? I look Kazak. Go ahead, you got it, Kazak.
It's just be a guess, sir, but I'm thinking it's because they are different, and they want to make a difference between the two tribes. One with the right hand showing a difference, that one was Manasseh, and one with the Ephraim, and one with the left hand showing a difference that was Manasseh.
No, it was just simple. It was just the way of order, and this is a rank 2. Like, he was trying to make sure that the oldest got raised up for him. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to make sure the oldest son got the position that it was supposed to. That's how it always was. The oldest always got everything. So that's all he was trying to do. In other words, it's like a rank switch.
And if I could say, sort of like when the right hand been
he put him in his father's right.
His father's right hand been
Right.
that, okay, just like Christ was on the right hand of the Father.
Right.
So, okay, let him know that the left hand was a little lesser there.
Yeah, like this
Right
is
hand strong.
this is the oldest child. This is the younger child. Let's find out what his father did.
Oh, the right. So, fine, okay. And Joseph took them both, Ephraim in the right hand towards Israel left hand, and Manasseh in the left hand towards Israel right hand.
Right.
And brought them near unto him. Verse 14, and Israel stretched out his right hand and laid it upon Ephraim's head.
He laid it upon whose head?
Ephraim's head.
And Ephraim was the younger child.
Concept.
Go ahead.
Who was the younger?
He was the what?
The younger.
All right, go ahead.
And his left hand upon Manasseh's head. guiding his hands wittingly, for Manasseh was the firstborn.
Right. Like I said, it was a rank scale. We have always had rank in the nation of Israel. These
That's right.
Stupid community members, I ain't gonna, like Captain Cesario said, they not the conscious community anymore. They are unconscious. But we've always had a rank structure. You got some honey mustard? But we always had a rank structure. It was like the oldest always received everything first.
That's right.
You got it, cause
Finish reading, sir.
yeah, come.
I think the 14 was the last one.
That was the last one.
Come, sir.
All right. We'll go ahead and read a little more Hebrew first.
Come, sir. Let's go to 15. 15 to 21. Okay.
Genesis 48 and 15. Wayara Baraka Ata Yawasa Waya'a Mara Ha'ala Haya Hala Ha'ala Haya Hala. Help me out.
Ha'alahayam.
Ha'ahayam.
Ha'alahayam.
Lahayam. Come on. Ashara. Ashar. Ha taha lakawa. Abata ya. Lasa lapa nayawa. Abara hama. Waya taza ka.
Let's go back there. It's Abaram.
Abaram. Waya taza ka kwa. Ha'ala ha'ala hayum.
That's it.
Hara'ai ha. Ataya ma'ai wa daya. Alda. I. Haya wa hayawam. Hazaha. Verse 16. Hamala Aka. Haga Allah. Ata ya. Makwala. Ra'ai. Yabaraka. Ata. Hana'ai. Raya. Rayam. Waya kwa ra'a. Ba'a baha ma. Shamaya. Washama. Abata ya. Abaraham. Waya taza kakwa. Waya daga wa. La raba. Bakwa Rabah. Hamaratza. Verse 17. Wayara Yawasa Kaya Yasha Ya Ta Abaya Wa Yada Yama Ya Nai Wa Al Ra'asha Ra'asha Rasha.
Say Ra'ash.
Ra'ash. Apa Rayam Aparim. Waya Ra Al. Ba'a Yana Ya Wa. Wayata Maka. Yada. Abaya Wa. Lahasa Ya Ra. Ata Ha. Ma'ai La. Ra'asha. Rash. Apara Ya Aparim. Al Ra'ash Rash. Manasha Ha. Verse 18. Waya A Mara. Yawasa. Allah. Abba Yahwa. La'a. Kaza. Khan. Abba Ya. Kaya. Zaha. Habaka Ra. Shayam. Yamaya Na Ka. Al. Ra'asha Wa. Waya Ma. Azza.
That's an N there. Read that again.
Waya Ma Ana. Abaya Wa. Waya A Mara. Yada I Daya. Banaya. Yada I Daya. Gum. Hawa Yaha Yaha. La'ain. Wagam. Hawa Yaga Dala. Wa'awa Lam. Wa'a Walam. Aka Yahwa. Hakwa Sana or Pana. Aqua Pan.
Son.
Apa Kwan.
I'm sorry, right here. Where you at there? Hakwatan.
Hakwatan. Yaga Dala. Mama Naya. Waza Ra'aiwa. Yaha Mala'a. Haga Wa Yum. Verse 20. Waya Barakam. Bayawam. Haha Wa'a. La'ama Wara. Baka. Yabaraka. Yasharala. La'amara. Yashama. Yashamaka. Allaha. Allahim. Ka'apa Rayam. Ka'parium. Wakama Nashaha. Wayasham. Ata. Aparium. Lapana Ya. Manasha Ha. Verse 21. Which one I'm going to?
21.
Read through?
Yeah, go read 20.
Verse 21. Waya'a Mara. Yasharala. Allah. Yawasa. Hanaha. Anaka Ya. Mata. Waha Yaha. Allaha Allahayim. Al-Makam. Wahasha Yaba. Atakam Allah. Arataza. Habata Yakum.
Good. Very good.
We're going to go to the English.
Genesis 48 and verse 8. And Israel beheld Joseph's sons and said, who are these? Verse 9. And Joseph said unto his father, they are my sons, whom the Most High have given me in thy place. This right? Wrong. I'm sorry. Lock it. Where we at? 15. Salakia. 15. Salakia. Genesis 48 and 15. And he blessed Joseph and said, the Most High before whom the fathers of Abraham and Isaac did walk, and the Most High which fed me all my life long unto this day, Verse 16, and the angel which redeemed me from all evil, bless the lads, and let them be named by the name on them, and the name of my fathers, Abraham and Isaac, and let them grow into a multitude in the midst of the earth. Verse 17, and when Joseph saw that his father laid his right hand upon the head of Ephraim, it displeased him.
It what?
It displeased him.
Why did it displease him?
Yeah, he's the oldest.
Right. It displeased him because he felt like what he was doing was something that wasn't part of their rank. He was like, yo, I thought the eldest always get raised up first, then the youngest. Go ahead.
It displeased him, and he held up his father's hand.
He did what?
He held up his father's hand.
Oh, he got a little mad right there. He's like, oh, yo, wait a minute. Lift up Israel's hand. Go ahead.
To remove it from Ephraim's head unto Manasseh's head.
Right.
Verse 18, and Joseph said unto his father, not so, my father, for this is the firstborn. Put thy right hand upon his head.
Mm-hmm.
And his father refused.
His father what?
His father refused.
His father already refused because his father knew better. Go ahead.
His father refused and said, I know it, my son, I know it. And he also shall become a people.
Right. Like, and this is what Joseph didn't understand back then. Ephraim ended up being the so-called predominant nation out of the northern kingdom. It was like Judah's the head kingdom over the southern kingdom, and Ephraim is the head tribe of the northern kingdom. So Jacob knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Joseph didn't. He was mad at the moment, but Jacob knew what time it was already. Go ahead.
And he said, I'm sorry, Salaki. And his father refused and said, I know it, my son, I know it. He shall become a people.
And his dad said, hey, I know it, son. I know it. I know you mad. I know you mad. But he's going to be a great people too. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know this is a black book, man. That's how it be. You do something. Joseph was still trying to have a little respect for his dad. He was like, yo, pops, what you doing? What you doing? I know it. I know it.
So if I could,
come on.
And what people gotta understand is sometimes the Most High intervenes in situations like that. It's just like Esau. Esau was the firstborn, but who got the blessing? It was Jacob. You understand? So even though that was the tradition, that's the order that your son, you know what I'm saying, he gets the blessing or he gets the inheritance or whatever. There's in situations where the Lord has to intervene. You know what I'm saying? And in this situation, that because he made that decision, Jacob made that decision. That was it was okay decision in the outside of the Most High.
Okay. Sir. Oh, you go ahead, cause
sir. And verse 19, his father refused and said, I know it, my son, I know it. And he also shall become a people, and he also shall be great. But truly his younger brother shall be greater than he.
Like Ottawa has said, same thing with Jacob and Esau. Same thing. And the Most High, Jacob said, he said Ephraim's gonna be greater than Manasseh now. And that's, I think, look at Joshua, King Joshua. What tribe was Ephraim? He was an Ephraimite, man. He was he was the Ephraimite king of the nation of Israel, man. Not saying that Manasseh isn't a great nation, but like you said, Ephraim was going to be the head tribe of the northern kingdom. Go ahead.
He also shall become a people, and he shall be great. But truly his younger brother shall be greater than he, and his seed shall become a multitude of nations.
Yeah, that's Ephraim today. You start playing with Ephraim pop out babies everywhere. Ephraim, my brother right now, got about 10 kids. He tried to tat them all on his body. I said, hey, you got a sleeve? He said, oh no, these are all my kids. I said, God damn. Damn, brother. I said, what you is? He said, oh, I'm Puerto Rican. Say, where you from? Jersey or New York? In New York. I said, damn. I understand, brother.
And if I could, so like it is not uncommon to see Puerto Ricans all everywhere in the United States. They are everywhere, just like Judah.
Kind of what kind?
They just look like light-skinned Negroes.
Kind of what kind? Kind of what kind? Anything else on that, Philip?
Yeah, we still got some more verses.
Okay, kind.
And he blessed them, verse 20, and he blessed them that day, saying, in thee shall Israel bless, saying, the Most High make thee as Ephraim and Manasseh. And he said Ephraim before Manasseh. Verse 21, and Israel said unto Joseph, behold, I die, but the Most High shall be with you, and bring you again unto the lands of your fathers. Verse 22, moreover, I have given to thee one portion above thy brethren, which I took out of the hand of the Amorite with my sword and my bow.
That was it on that one? All right, we're going to stand. Call it this brother. Young man Mikey, we're going to call you up. Slack, you going to take over? I don't know.
You got it out.
You sure, sir?
Yeah, we
You gonna come down this way? Sir. You moving down this way?
No, go down this way.
All right, station registry.
Young man Mike.
Young man Mike. Young man Mikey.
Banya Auda.
Banya Auda.
Banya Shala.
Banya Shala.
Young man Mikey. Young
Young man Mikey,
Banya
Howard,
Banya
Banya Sharala.
Yahba Shem Shabbat. Then you would salute Yahba Shem Shabbat. Yahba Shem Shabbat. Then you come on up. Are you familiar with the Hebrew at all? You think where's your confidence on it? Not too good.
Nah, not too good.
That's good. All right, Kazak, you gonna read the Hebrew, and then let him read the English.
Okay, sir.
Yeshab, your knees are sick. We'll go ahead and do these right here, and then close it out with the prayers. We'll finish it up. All right, go ahead, whenever you're ready.
Okay, sir.
What chapter are you on?
Verse 49.
Verse 49.
Salakia, chapter 49.
Chapter 49, Genesis.
Wayakwara. Ya'ai kwab. Allah banayawa. Waya amara. Ha'asa pawa. Wayaga yada. Lakam ada. Ashar. Yakwa ra'a. Atakam. Ba'a. Kariyaf. Haya Mayam. Verse 2.
This is Genesis 49 and 2?
Genesis 49 and 2, sir.
Okay, got you.
Kakwa Batazawa Washama wa Ya wa Slakia. Banaya Ya Akwab Washa Ma'awa Allah Yasharala Abba Yakam. Verse 3. Ra'a Waban Bakarawa Bakaraya Ata Kakaya Wara'a Yath Awa Naya Yathara Sha'af Wayathara Azah. Verse 4. Pakaza Kama Yam Allah Anthawa Thara Kaya Alayath, Masha, Kabaya, Abayak, Azah, Kalala, Yatazah, Wa'awiyah, Alaha. Verse 5, Genesis 49 and 5. Shema I, Wan, Sha'amawan, Wala, Waya, Aka, Yam, Kaya, Kalaya, Kamasa, Maka, Ratha, Yaham, verse 6. Basa, Dam, Allah, Taba'a, Napa, Shaya, Bakwa, Halam, Allah, Thakad, Kaba, Daya, Kaya, Ba'a, Ba'apayam, Haraga, Yahwa, Ayash, Baratazah, Nam, Aquara, Wa, Shawara, verse 7. Ara, Wara, Apam, Apayam, Kwaya, Azah, Wa'ai, Baratham, Kaya, Kwashata, Aka, Laquam, Baya, Iquab, Wa'apaya, Tazayam, Baya, Shara'Allah. That's it, sir.
That's it? All right, let's start at the top in English. 49, verse 1.
Read all the way to 7.
Right. Genesis 49. And Jacob called unto his son and said, Gather yourselves together, that I might tell you that which shall befall you in the last days.
You understand this, right? This is like, okay, imagine your father's at old age, right? And he knows each one of his sons, right? You understand? Like I know, like if you have children, right? You know your child. You know what kind of child you have. You know what their behavior is like. You understand their personality. You know what their capabilities are on this earth. You understand? You know whether they're a knucklehead or if they're going to excel, right? Imagine now when you visualize the scripture, this is Jacob, right? You understand? He gathers his sons together, and now he's going to tell his sons what's going to befall them. Right, what's going to come, what's going to happen to them over time, and this is based on things that he knows absolutely about his sons. You understand? So now read on. Don't read that from the top again.
And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you. Which befall you, which means what? The things that are going to happen to you over time, right? Read verse 2. Gather yourselves together, and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel, your father.
You Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians better understand that the 12 tribes of Israel is the sons of Jacob. You understand? They come out of the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which is the chosen tribes of the Most High. You understand that the Lord loves so much more than any other nation on this earth, that He said that we're supposed to be set up on high. You understand? Jacob is going to tell these 12 sons. You understand? These sons who are our forefathers, who we are the descendants of today. He's going to tell them what is going to befall on them over time. Read on.
Reuben, thou art my firstborn,
Reuben
my might.
Is his firstborn. Who was Reuben? Go ahead.
It's the firstborn of.
What tribe is Reuben?
Oh, the Seminole Indians, sir.
Reuben is the Seminole Indians. You can find Seminole Indians down there in Florida. Where else can you find Seminole Indians down in? Go ahead.
Alabama, New Orleans.
New Orleans down there. Most of the states in the South, you can find Seminole Indians, right? Read on.
Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might, in my beginning of my strength.
He said, Reuben, you are my firstborn, my might, my strength. You ever had your first son and you just feel like that boy is he's my strength. That's the boy that's just like me. Everybody say he just like me. That's little Nazar right there. Or that's little Bond right there. You know what I'm saying? That's your strength. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. That's what he's telling his son right now. That's what he's telling Reuben. Go ahead.
The excellency of dignity and the excellency of power. Unstable as water.
Read that again.
Unstable as water. Thou shalt not excel.
He's saying you unstable as water. You're unruly, meaning you can't be told what to do. You have a hard time listening. You do whatever the hell you want to do. That's what he's telling Reuben. He's like, Reuben, you're going to have a hard time in life because you're unstable. You understand? You're unruly, right? Read that again.
Unstable as water.
Unstable as water, because if you think about the ocean waves are unstable. Water doesn't, in the ocean, the water doesn't sit still. It's constantly moving. It's constantly doing something, right? This is Reuben. Reuben is constantly doing it. You see Seminole Indians are constantly doing something, right? Keep going.
Thou shalt not excel.
Thou shalt not excel. What does it mean to not excel? Go ahead.
To not push forward in life with any
Go ahead. Anybody else?
To excel.
So when you don't excel, what does that mean?
You don't succeed.
Right, you're not succeeding.
Right.
Like if you look at the Seminole Indians, they're not really that significant. They're here, the tribe is here, but they're not as great as you see Judah, as Gad and Ephraim. But he said they wouldn't excel, and he said they wouldn't excel. Why? Because they're unstable. Because that tribe, because that brother is unstable. Right? Read on.
Because thou wentest up to thy father's bed.
This is his reasoning for it. This is how he knows his son. Because we got law, statutes, and commandments, man. We got laws that we have to follow. Even Jacob knew that, and he taught he taught his sons the laws. You understand? And one indicator that you're gonna be unstable is what? How do I determine in this school if you're gonna be unstable? It's because you're doing what? Go ahead, Art. That's right, but on topic. Go ahead.
You're not listening.
You're not listening to what?
You're not listening to counsel and keeping the law, statutes.
That's it right there. If you're not following the law, statutes, and commandments, what does that tell me? It tells me that you're an unruly son. Tells me that you're an unruly daughter, right? So this is what's telling Jacob that he's an unruly son and he's not gonna follow the law, statutes, and commandments. He's gonna do poorly. Read on.
Because thou wentest up in thy father's bed, then defileth thou it.
What did he do?
Defileth.
What does that mean? Go ahead.
He went to his father's handmaid and had sex with her.
He went to one of his ribs and had sex with her. What did that tell Jacob? That I have an unruly son. He's unstable. Go ahead, sis.
I just have a question. Okay, you know how you guys were talking about like the birthright and Jacob? Well, it was Esau and Jacob, right? And he was the youngest son. And I know it was prophesied, but why did Esau get that birthright, even though he was the oldest and rank and so forth?
It was that. Now that was the intervention of the Most High. The prophecies always said that the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was going to receive the inheritance, right? Esau was not part of that inheritance. You have to go back to Genesis 25 and 25, where the scripture said there would be two manner of nations inside of Rebecca's womb.
Want me to get it, sir?
No, you can go back to it. Well, matter of fact, we'll just pull it for the time, for the sake of it. Genesis 25 and 25.
Sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Genesis 25 and 25.
Go to 23 maybe?
Yeah, go up to 23. Go up to where she inquired.
Sir.
She inquired of her pain.
Okay, and Isaac was 40 years old and took Rebekah to be his wife, a daughter of Bethuel Syrian, the Padarium, the sister of Laban Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived. And the children struggled
But the children struggled. These two children, she found out that she was pregnant and she had twins, and they struggled inside of her womb, right? And she wanted to know why. We're gonna find out. Go ahead.
The children struggled together within her, and she said,
before we go on, what does it mean to struggle according to the scripture? What does it mean by their struggle in the womb? You know, sis? Go ahead. They were fighting. This may sound crazy to you, but these are babies inside of the womb, and they are fighting each other. They are throwing down inside of her womb. She's hurting because you have two babies in there that are throwing down, which ain't nothing that ain't uncommon for black folks. We throw that, right? But we was throwing down with our enemy inside of that womb, right? Go ahead.
And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
If it be so, why am I thus? Read on.
And she went to inquire of the Most High.
She went to inquire of the Most High. Now, let me ask you a question. Did this sister go and talk to the Most High? Did she go talk to the Most High?
No,
Well, she did, but there was a way she did it. Did she talk directly to the Most High is what I'm asking you. Did she? What did she do? Go ahead. No, she didn't pray. Go ahead.
She went to a priest.
She went to a priest. Give him a hand. She went to a priest. You gotta understand, anytime if you ever hear somebody saying they be talking to God, they are crazy. The Christians say it all the time. They swear up and down they talk to Jesus Christ. They swear up and down the Holy Spirit. So go ahead,
And so they still don't get it because they still don't get a response.
Right.
Some of them need to go as far as, I heard God speak to me last night, and He told me He was going to give me a blessing.
Like, sis, you are schizophrenic. Brother, you are schizophrenic, brother. But you might want to go get get that checked up.
Right. That's
you
right.
understand? Because ain't nobody talking to you. You understand? Not God. You understand? She had to inquire to the priest. She had to go to the priest. Why? Because the priest speak for the Most High, man. You understand? Read on.
I'm kind, sir. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
The Lord said what?
2 nations are in thy womb.
2 nations are in thy womb. This sister was walking around with 2 babies in her womb that were fighting, that were 2 different people. 2 different people in that blood, in her womb. Read on.
2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people.
2 what?
2 manner of people.
Not only that there's 2 nations in the womb, there's 2 manner of people. What does that mean? Go ahead, Kazak.
Their characteristics are totally different. They ain't the same no way, sir.
There you go. They 2 different. How do we know? We look today, you see Esau and Jacob, we are totally different.
Right.
You know, Jake, we different. You go to the hood looks different from the neighborhoods that the white folks live in.
That's right.
You understand? Our dance culture is different from their dance culture. The way we sing is different from them. The way we wear our hairstyle, the way we wear our clothes, the way we eat, the type of foods that we eat, or the way we eat our food. We do everything totally different. Our culture is totally different. We have different mannerisms than the so-called white man. And he has different mannerisms from us. It was 2 different people in the womb. You understand? Go ahead.
2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
They will be separated from her bowels, meaning that she's going to have they're going to be brought out of her womb, and they're going to be separate. They're going to be 2 separate nations of people, man. Yeah, go ahead.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
One people are going to be stronger than other people. Who was the one people that were going to be stronger than the other people? Anybody else other than Kazak? Go ahead, Doc. Did you want to
Jacob.
Jacob was going to be stronger than the other, right? Read on.
Shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
The who?
The elder shall serve the younger.
Question right here. The who?
The elder shall serve the younger.
Who was the elder? Who? Jacob. No, Jacob was not the oldest.
Excuse me, Esau was the oldest.
There you go.
Jacob was the youngest.
Right. So read that scripture again.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Right.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people. And the elder.
And the what?
And the elder.
Go ahead.
Shall serve the younger.
And the elder shall serve the older. This is a prophecy right here. You understand? Even though Esau was the oldest, the Most High had it to where Jacob was going to rule over Esau. That Esau was going to have to serve at some point in time, man. You understand? Because the Lord chose Jacob over Esau. They struggled in that womb because they are enemies. This is two different nations of people, two different mannerisms, and they were enemies. Natural. You ever heard of this, the term natural born enemies? That's where this comes from. They were natural born enemies. They were born to already be enemies. You understand? And so that's the reason why the birthright was given. Of course, Rebecca had to help Jacob to get that birthright, and the reason why was because of what? Because of what? What was the reason why she had to help Jacob get that birthright? Go ahead.
Because she knew that the Most High wanted Jacob to have that birthright, and Esau was constantly wanted to kill his brother.
Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Because sisters, you gotta understand, sisters play a strong role in the truth. If it wasn't for that sister, Isaac would have made a horrible mistake.
Right.
You understand? Isaac, this shows you that sometimes the Most High has to intervene. Sometimes he has to put the spirit on of a sister to make sure something happens. Because Isaac would have been thinking, okay, I got to give my oldest son his blessing, which is the tradition. But then that blessing would have been given to somebody who is not supposed to get it. So then, because Rebecca knew who was supposed to get it, because she understood the prophecy, what happened? She made sure that Jacob got it. She did right. Okay, any questions on that? You understand? Okay, all right. Back to Genesis, back to 49 and what we on, 3? 5. Go ahead.
Simeon and Levi are brethren.
Who is Simeon and Levi? That is the so-called what? The Dominicans and the Haitians, right? Right? It says, read it again.
Simeon and Levi are brethren.
Simeon and Levi are brothers. Go ahead.
Instruments of cruelty.
Instruments of cruelty, man. The Lord said they are instruments of cruelty. What are they doing? They causing violence everywhere. You go right now to Haiti. You know Haiti is borders Dominican Republic, right? And guess what they doing out there? Who can guess? Who knows? Go ahead.
Cutting heads off with my machetes.
They are going to war with each other. You know what I'm saying? These are two brothers who are instruments of cruelty. They are fighting each other, hurting each other, harming each other. You understand? And it just comes from society, you know, because of our enemies separating us over time. You know what I'm saying? And us losing our understanding of the truth. You had something to say, Art?
Now, I was gonna say, when I was in Punta Cana, and where Simeon lived, I said, let me go down Highway 3 and go to the Levites over there. He said, Haiti. He said, I ain't going over there.
Yeah. Because they are at war with each other all the time, sir. All the time. Because of this. Go ahead.
Instruments of cruelty are in their habitations.
You go right now to the Dominican Republic, and they got some Haitian tied down to a pole, and they beating them with a belt or something. You know what I'm saying? That's how horrible it is. They're instruments of violence, of cruelty. Somewhere in Haiti, there's a Dominican tied down somewhere in a basement, getting beat, and all kinds of horrible things happening to them, man. You understand? Because that's what they have become in today. You know what I'm saying? And they've been like that. And this is a father telling his sons, listen, this is what life is going to be like for you just because of the type of brothers y'all are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to, one day you're going to have to tell your child that, listen, when you go out here in this place, you're going to struggle with this. You hard-headed, so life is going to be like this for you. You understand? You're violent, so life is going to be like this for you. You know what I'm saying? You talk too much. You're too damn. You know every damn thing. This is how life is gonna be for you. You're a thief. You steal from me all the time. So guess what life is gonna be like for you? You're gonna be out there robbing people. You understand? This is Jacob telling his sons, "Yo, this is what's happening. This is what's going to happen to you. This is what's going to befall you." Go ahead. What verse we on?
6.
Verse 6.
O my soul, come not thou in their secret. Unto their assembly, mine honor.
Read it again, so like from the beginning.
O my soul, come not thou in their secret. Unto their assembly, mine honor. Be not thou united. For in their anger, they slew a man.
Jacob said, I'll never be part. Jacob said, I'll never be part of Simeon and Levi's actions. I want nothing to do with that. I don't want to be part of their plans because in their anger, they do what? They slew a, read it?
They slew a man.
They slew a man. And read on.
In their self-will, they dig down a wall. Cursed be their anger, for it was a fierce in their wrath. It was fierce in their wrath.
Read 6 all over again, real quick.
O my soul, come not thou in their secret. Unto their assembly, my honor.
Right.
Be not thou united. For in their anger, they slew a man.
Right.
In their self-will, they dig down a wall.
You understand? They do it for sport, man. They killed the man, you understand, and they planned in secret to do it. You understand? So Jacob's saying, I don't want nothing to do with that. Jacob knew the laws. Jacob knew that they had laws to follow, and he knew that he had some wicked sons. He knew that it's like him telling us back in the day he knew how Israel was going to turn out. You understand? And so that's what he's telling them. He's like, listen, I don't want nothing to do with none of their secrets, none of that, whatever they doing, because these are violent men who go and kill for sport. All right? Read on, verse 7.
Cursed be their anger.
Cursed be their anger. Read on.
For it was fierce. And their wrath, for it was cruel. And I divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel.
You understand? You understand? The Lord is going to divide them and scatter them amongst Israel, makes them small on this earth. You understand? So now what you got to understand, and when we go back, you had something to say?
No, that was it, sir.
Okay.
But,
So when we come back next Saturday to read this, we'll read about the other tribes. We'll read about Judah. We'll read about Benjamin, and we'll read about all of the rest of the tribes, so you can hear what a father had to say to his sons. You understand, to let them know what's going to befall them. All right, Amadium. Turn towards me. You're gonna take it with your right hand. You're gonna turn around, put it up in the air. La Yashala.
La Yashala.
La Yashala. Everybody says La Yashala.
La Yashala.
All right, then you drink it. All right, Kazak, you blow the shofar. Men of Israel, prepare to salute the Torah. You're going to grab the Torah. You're going to hold it over your right side. Right, hold it just like that. Touch it with me. Yahba Hashem Yahshua Brakya.
Yahba Hashem Yahshua Brakya.
Right, then you're going to step off podium down to the floor. Brothers line up, salute the Torah.
Yahweh Hashem Yashabrak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yashabrak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yashabrak Yah. Yahweh Hashem Yashabrak Yah.
All right, that's it? Okay, yeah, it's right.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Brak Yah.
That's it. All right, step on up. Step back up here. All right. All right, Wapan Yahakwadam, she's turned towards the east. We're going to start the prayers in the Hebrew and then in the English.
The Lord's Prayer. Abanawa,
Abanawa,
Bashemaya,
Shemaya,
Badash,
Badash,
Ayah,
Ayah,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Alakwaka, Laba'ah, Atazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Ayah, Hashemayam, Nathan, Lanawa, Nakam, Call Yawam, Washalak Yanawa, Kawawak Yanawa, Nasalak Yanawa, Kawawak Yanawa, Wala'ah, Laba'ah Yanawa, Anasayawan, Babal, Awashaya Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wahala, Wahatapara, Wahalanyam, Aman.
This is what he said in the Hebrew. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. From thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Hakak, the power, Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shah, Baba Shah, Lanawa, Hakak, Lara Pa'ah, Kal Malakah, Wakal Marawa, Hakak, Rathahar, Amatazariam, Hakak, Ahakwiam, Amathiam, Hakak, Al Rakawaf, Amatala, Bagarsham, Bashim Yahweh Shai, the water. Aman.
This is what we said in the English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power, the power to heal, all manner of sickness, and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
Bless Israel. Yahweh, Washim Yahweh Shai, Rakanawa, Washarala, Wayabaya, Sapariam, Barakwa Pa'ah, Magan, Washim Yahweh Shai, Wada.
Aman. All right, this is the prayer that we send up for our loved ones. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel, and the school, bless Heal, Shield, and Protect, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Ahoriam, Mayan, Yaba'ah, Azaria, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Asha, Shemayim, Baratazah, Ayathan, Lamawat, Magalyakam, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hanala'ah, Hanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shamarka, Yasharala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Ayida, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Ashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Alayala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Call Rai, Shamar, Afna Pashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Kazaatka, Wabawatka, Mata, Wa'ai, Awalam.
This is Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber or sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite
smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by
nor
day,
the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going
And
out.
thy going, and thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore.
Psalms 83. Alahayim, Adamaya, Naka, Alta Karash, Wa'al, Ashikwat, Al Kayahana, Awabyaka, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Makah, Ya'ar Yawa, Sawada, Ayata, Yatazawa, Atasawanyaka, Amawa, Lakawa, Anakakadam, Magaya, Wala'a. Yazakar, Sham Yasharala, Awadab, Kaya, Natazawab, Laba, Yakadwa, Al Yakar, Barayaf, Yakarawafwa, Alahaya, Adamwam, Wayashamai, Alayam, Mawaba, Bagariam, Gabal, Wamawan, Wamalak, Alashak, Anya Shabyaka, Nazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawab, Imam, Hayawab, Zarawai, Nabanya Lawat, Sala'ah, Ashalaham, Kamarya, Kasaya Sara'ah, Kayabian, Banakal, Kakwashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayandara, Hayawa, Daman, Ladama, Shayatamwa, Nadaya Mawa, Karab, Wayasaba, Wayasabak, Wakatazal, Mana'ai, Kal Nasayakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nasharashah, Lanawa, Af, Awaf, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shabdamwa, Galya, Akwash, Napanya Raka'ah, Ka'ash, Taba'arya Ara, Wakalaba, Kalahat, Awariam, Kantaradakma, Basa'araka, Wabasa, Wapafka, Dabahalam, Mala'ah, Panyaham, Palawan, Wayapa Kwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabahalwa, Aya Aida, Wayakaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Adoawa, Kaya Ata, Shamka, Yahawa, Labatka, Al Yawan, Akal, Arataza.
This is what we said in the English. Keep not thou silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh, hold not thy peace. And be not still. O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. Consulted against thy enemies. They have said, Come, let us cut them off. From being a nation. In the name of Israel. There be no more remembrance. For they have consulted together. With one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, the Moab and the Hagarim, the Baal, Ammon, and Amalek, Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. It became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a ram.
Make their nobles like a ram.
And like Zael.
Yea.
Yea. All their princes as Zabah. And as Zalmunna. Who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O Yahweh. Make them like a wheel. As the stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth the wood. And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them. With thy tempest. Make them afraid. With thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Yahweh. Let them be confounded. And troubled. Forevermore. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. And men may know. That thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. Sar, before we close out, is there anybody that wants to be anointed before we close out? All right, step on up. Everybody that wants to be anointed, just make some sort of a line right here. Let all of the men of Israel come up first before the sisters. Y'all sisters just make a line behind all of the brothers that want to get anointed. You can set that down, brother. Brian, you can come on up. You can step on down, Doc. Y'all give that brother a hand. Yeah, go ahead, you got it. All right, you stand right here closer to the middle right there. There you go. All right. Just the brothers back here, repeat after me, of course. All right. Yabaraka Yahweh. Waya Shamarka. Ya'ar Yahweh. Hanyawa. Aliyaka. Wayakanka. Yasha'ah. Yahweh. Hanyawa. Aliyaka. Waya Shamlaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Bashim. Yahusha. Barak. Rapah. Magun. Hagun. You say your name 3 times.
D'Angelo.
By Hashem Yahushua, the water, Aman. This is the prayer we send up for D'Angelo. Yahweh, bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh, make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh, lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, bless, heal, shield, and protect. All right? Sign Christ. Let me get the next brother. Let's go ahead and get through this. All right, just the brothers behind the table. Yabaraka Yahweh. Waya Shamarka. Ya'ar Yahweh. Hanyawa. Aliyaka. Wayakanka. Yasha'ah. Yahweh. Hanyawa. Aliyaka. Waya Shamlaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Bashim. Yahusha. Barak. Rapah. Magun. Ashaya Allah. By Hashem Yahushua, the water, Aman. Again, we said, Yahweh bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, bless, heal, shield, and protect. All right? Don't slide. All right, 1 second. All right. Next. Who's next? Oh, that's it? All right, sisters. All right, for the time's sake, just go ahead and anoint all of the kids. We're going to go because we got to go ahead and get ready to close this out. Y'all step up and get your head anointed. the men right up here, all right? Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Salaki. Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Wayasamarka.
Shamarka.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Hanyawa.
Hanyawa. Al-Yakah.
Al-Yakah.
Wayakanka.
Wayakanka.
Yasha'ah.
Yasha'ah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hanyawa.
Hanyawa.
Al-Yakah.
Al-Yakah.
Wayashamlika.
Wayashamlika.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapah.
Rapah.
Magun.
Magun.
Hagun.
Hagun.
See? Ayana. Adana. Adana. All right, next. Adara. 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 Next. Natazah. 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 Next. Azariah. 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 Next. Jalea. 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 Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Ba'ashem Yahushai.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
This is what we say of our children. Yahweh, bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh, make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh, lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless, heal, shield, and protect. Give him a hand. All right, one courtesy salute to the men of Israel. Amadium Shabbat, Amadium Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Barakatah. All right, Sar towards the sisters. Courtesy salute to the sisters. Amadium Shabbat, Amadium Barak, Yahweh Shema Hashem Yahushai. Yad Matah, dismissed.